The Richmond Fellowship has an ethos which looks at the whole needs of an individual. So the housing and being safe and having a roof over your head was one issue. And then you had the social issues, the issues that give you your sense of purpose within your community.
1 in 4 people will experience mental health issues during their lifetime. Richmond Fellowship Employment and Training work hard to explode the myth that mental health issues are a lifelong affliction by providing work-based skills training to help people get back into the employment market.
My name is Daniel Taylor, and I have suffered from chronic depression since I was about 16, and that's all of my adult life, and also agoraphobia. The agoraphobia thing arises out of depression. It can be very severe, and it was for me right at the start. I mean, for instance, I wouldn't be able to go shopping or go to into streets or any crowded place.
I'm Pauline, I'm the employment advisor here, and I help people obviously look for jobs after they've been here for a bit of time and then they're ready to move on into employment.
Probably, for me, it's the first time that I've been somewhere where I felt that there are like-minded people that want to get on and aren't completely institutionalised.
I work with people to think about what their career options are, to think about their job goals, to look at their options, apply for jobs, make applications, do CVs and prepare for interviews.
It's voluntary work, but you're using your skills. You're not just tapping into a till or donating old clothes. The construction of things is important to me.
Services that are offered here for clients include arts and crafts, woodwork, card making, glass, making decorative glass. We've also got DIY skills, which are used in refurbishment of the building. We've also got multimedia, so filmmaking and other sorts of creative media projects that people can get involved with.
For me, having an artistic background and having studied a degree in fine art, 12 years later I can come and use my skills which when I've been ill have really fallen by the wayside, and I haven't been able to do that.
I think one of the key changes is that people do tend to increase in confidence while they're here. They are interacting with people. They've perhaps been in a situation where they've been at home on their own, not getting out of the house very much, and they become quite isolated. So it's hard to go into social situations which you would encounter in any workplace normally. So confidence is an important change, but also social skills. People make friendships here, they have working relationships with people, and just generally they tend to move a step further towards being able to look for outside employment.
Hello, welcome to RFBT Brighton. My name is Gabriel, I'll be showing you around today. Do come on in. Firstly, I'll show you upstairs, and on the way up you'll see mirror frames that we've made. When clients first start with us, they usually start with a project like a mirror frame or a court notice board. These are all for sale to the public. We get visited quite regularly with people coming to see our wares and quite often making purchases. Do please come on up. All the mirrors we make are unique, and the client chooses their own design, so every one is a limited edition. Here, another area of expertise we have is card making. These cards are on show in various places around Brighton, including the East Brighton Community Mental Health Centre, also Millview Hospital, and Alderton Day House. This is our IT suite, our media arts suite. All the running of the facility goes on up here, and also the creative side with the media arts, making videos, short films, etc. It's work in progress. We've got a conference and meeting that we're currently developing, and to allow other organisations like ourselves to come in and use our conference facilities. This room is typical of the way that we work here. quite often people give us their skills for the day. For example, a friend of one of the people here came in and helped us with the plastering, which we knew very little about. But now we've got 2 or 3 people that know how to plaster. This is our art and craft workshop. This time of year we're kept especially busy making Christmas cards. All the designs are made by ourselves, and all the money that we raise goes into buying other materials for other projects and ideas. This is our jewellery area, and Brendan makes his own jewellery from bullion and melts it down. He has his own assay mark that he has to send and get stamped. He has 2 apprentices working with him most of the time. And again, it's a great thing that we're able to do here. It's quite unique within Brighton. Preparing benches for the Sussex County Cricket Ground. So if they come to us in this state, we replace what's ever needed and transport it back to them. That way, I mean, they're never buying new benches, they're always being repaired. We're also fortunate enough to be donated some West Peter wood, if you'd like to meet this one. Now this we make into picture frames, again, mirror frames, tables, key rings, and it's just a great souvenir of what was a wonderful Brighton landmark. And through here we have our gallery. We quite often sell our goods at fairs and fetes and all this sort of thing. We're quite well known within the area. Here's quite a few of the things that Brendan's designed and made with the help of his apprentices. And again, these are some of the cards that I was telling you about earlier. They're all a little bit quirky, a little bit different, and hopefully raise a smile.
I was here as a client for 4 years, and then I left for a year, and then I started looking for a job, and it was at the same time that Ben, the other supervisor, wanted to go part-time, and I was actually working with Pauline at the time.
Pauline's great because she'll keep you motivated to look for a job once a week.
Dawn said to me she's got a part-time vacancy for a work supervisor if I was interested. Pauline would do a CV with me, she'd help with my application forms. I had the proper interview and everything else, and that I wasn't just given the job because I was an ex-client.
And if you're in an interview situation and it didn't seem the right time or the right kind of place to mention that you had schizophrenia, for example, then you wouldn't. And you could maybe talk to someone that you felt a bit more comfortable about it with if you got the job.
Even if you don't get totally better, you can end up with a quality of life that you can live with.
Quite a good thing. It's having somewhere to go, having somewhere to get dressed up for, or dressed for. When I started coming to Richmond Fellowship, when I got a phone call saying, would you be interested in coming here? It was a complete godsend.
I'm not saying it's easy, and I'm not saying it's going to be done tomorrow. It's damn hard work, but you can turn your life around, you really can.
I was nervous, I was quite excited because I really liked the idea of the project and all, having a little bit of a taster of doing the sort of woodwork side and the art side, because I never felt a particularly artistic person, but they kind of tease that out of you really, and you kind of, I never knew I'd be able to design a Christmas card. I remember a time when I thought I'd never work again. I just thought, well, that's it. There's no way I'm going to be able to get myself together enough to hold down a job. And so you make these little steps, instead of trying to go, oh right, I've got to go and get a job now, when you're really not well enough. But having that support and taking those little steps every day or every week or every month, just, you have to kind of pinch yourself and remember how you were, a week ago, a month ago.